Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I hope you all are having a great day today. Today I have something special. I usually don't post on Thursdays. I usually post on Fridays unless I'm crazy busy, then I don't post at all. But yeah, today I'm collabing with Samantha from Samantha Jane YT. We are talking about our top 5 favorite foundations for our skin types. So Sam has very oily skin and I have dry skin. So we're going to talk about our top 5 foundations for our skin type, and hopefully you guys can get some ideas of what to pick up next when you're beauty shopping. Now, just so you understand what kind of skin I have, I obviously have dry skin because I'm doing the dry skin video, but I have very dry skin in the winter, and the fact that I have to moisturize very religiously, it can start getting into like the patches, the dry patches on my skin. Nothing can give it an ounce of hydration, it seems. But then in the summer, it actually goes to more of a normal type of skin, and I can get a little bit oily in my T-zone, but I can still get those dry patches if I use a foundation that is too drying. So it's kind of, I have 2 different skin types depending on what season it is here in Canada. But I actually use all of the foundations that I'm going to talk about today at any time during the year. In the winter, I will add a facial oil. I usually add the fresh sea berry moisturizing face oil. This one I find the best. It mixes really well in with foundation, and then I'll just put the foundation on my face. It seems to really help it not dry out my skin, but it doesn't make me too oily either. And then in the summer, I'll tend to put a primer underneath. It doesn't really matter which one, just any primer, and then I'll always put a powder over top as well. Right now, I'm really enjoying the Fit Me one from Maybelline for normal to dry skin, but really any powder, any pressed powder will work, do the trick, just to put in my T-zone and underneath my eyes, as always. But yeah. So all of these foundations, they're actually not from the drugstore. I'm sorry. I have such a small collection of foundations that work that I can't just limit myself to one type of store. So they range from drugstore to high-end, but I'm going to work my way from cheapest to most expensive. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video and get some good ideas. Okay, so first up, the cheapest foundation that I absolutely love for my dry skin is the Maybelline Dewy and Smooth Foundation, also known as the Hydrate and Smooth Foundation here in Canada. It has an SPF 18. It's for normal to dry skin. I am in the shade 115 Ivory, but I can also go up to 120. This retails for $8.96 at Walmart, about $10.99 or so if you're going to Shoppers. But yeah, so about from the $9 to $12-ish range I've seen it at, but it always goes on sale, so I always pick it up at that point. This is a light to medium finish. It does leave you dewy. The dewiness on the bottle is absolutely true. It layers pretty well. I only put 2 coats at most, 2 layers on. I find any more it kind of gets too dewy, if that's ever a thing for someone with dry skin. I really like it. It doesn't oxidize. I love that there's an SPF in it. Just, you know, always want to protect my skin. But yeah, this one's really great for the drugstore. Probably one of the best that I've found at the drugstore for dry skin in particular. So the next one is also from the drugstore. However, it's only from US drugstores. It's not here in Canada, which makes me sad almost every single day that I reach for it. It is the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Foundation. It has an SPF 20. I'm in the shade 20 Natural Ivory, and it retails for $13.99 in the States, but I've seen it kind of fluctuate depending on where I purchase it from. This is a light to medium foundation. I can build it up a little bit, and it does get to that medium level. Very hydrating, does give a little bit of a radiant glow to the skin. I really, really, really love this foundation. Whenever I'm in the States, I stock up on like 3 bottles just so I always have it, just because it's not available in Canada. People have compared this to the NARS Sheer Glow foundation. I have tried both, and this is a lot better for people with dry skin. I find the NARS Sheer Glow actually dried out patches of my skin, whereas this never does. I find that it lasts about 8 hours. If I put a powder on top, I'll get another couple hours from it. So yeah, any of these dewy foundations, you will probably get less wear than a full-on force like drying foundation, just because they are going to come off the skin a little bit easier. But this one I absolutely love. It's one of my holy grail products for sure for my dry skin. Okay, so next up I have a foundation that was actually recommended by Sam. But wait, Sam has oily skin, so how is that even possible? I'm pretty sure that we found the unicorn of all foundations. Like, this thing works, I would say, on almost any type of skin type. It is absolutely crazy. It's the H&M All Day Liquid Foundation Flawless Finish. I'm in the shade Warm Beige. It retails for $14.95 at H&M stores. Now, I don't know what magic is in this, but it works on both my dry skin and Sam's oily skin. How is that even possible? Now, in the winter, I do need to mix this with a facial oil. It's like a must during the winter just because it will dry out my skin a little bit. But in the summer, I can get away with just wearing this, and it's absolutely perfect. It doesn't highlight any dry patches on my skin. It doesn't create any dry patches on my skin. It doesn't make me too dewy during the summer. It is absolutely amazing. It's medium to full coverage. I can get full coverage with two layers. I don't know why I keep saying coats. I'm into nail polish. I think that's why I keep saying coats. But 2 layers is like almost full cover finish for me. But yeah, it's so great. I don't know if there's SPF in it, which is a little sad because that would be nice if there was, but always just wear your SPF underneath. But yeah, if you have a beauty department in your H&M, please just go buy this foundation. It's absolutely crazy, and the shade range is absolutely like just mind-blowing sometimes for something like H&M. This is like the 3rd or 4th lightest shade like in. So there's like 3 shades beforehand that's lighter than this, and I'm pretty pale. So I'm usually always the palest, but not in this case. So yeah, definitely check it out if you have access to an H&M beauty department. There is one in the Toronto Eaton Centre if you're ever in Toronto. Okay, so moving on to higher end foundations. The first one is the Face Atelier Ultra Foundation. I'm in the shade Ivory, and it retails for $52 on their site. Now, I received this in a beauty swap that I did a while back, and I'm just blown away with this foundation. It is so good. It's a medium to full coverage for sure. It doesn't make me too dewy at all. It also doesn't dry out my skin whatsoever. I can wear this, especially when I go out at night. This one is usually the one that I go to, or the H&M, just because they will last the entire night. I love the finish of this. It's like satiny finish with a little bit of a radiant glow to it. I absolutely love it. But yeah, unfortunately, you can usually only get this online. I also know that the Kleinfelds and the Bay in Toronto, also you can buy Face Atelier makeup, but it's best just to go online. So all of the information will be linked down below, as with any of the products that I'm talking about today. But this one especially just because it is like an online purchase. But yeah, I'm really impressed with it. There's also an Ultra Foundation Pro if you really want to go crazy with the makeup and the coverage, but this one is so nice. I'm really impressed with it. Just absolutely great for my dry skin, especially for nighttime. And then last but certainly not least, we have the most expensive foundation of the group, and it's the Yves Saint Laurent Le Teint Touche Éclat. I'm in the shade B10. Now again, I don't know if there's SPF in this one particularly. I don't think there is. The only thing with this foundation is the fact that they've reformulated it since I purchased it. Now it retails for $64. You can get it at Sephora or any YSL booth that you may have at your local department store. Now, like I said, they said that they reformulated it, and I've seen people review both, and they actually say that the new one is better. So considering I love this one so much, I'm actually really excited to try the new version of it. I would say that it's a medium coverage. I don't like to build it up to a full because this one packs a glowy punch. I always get tons of compliments whenever I wear this foundation because people are like, what is on your skin? It is absolutely glowing. Like, what moisturizer are you using? And I'm like, no, it's the foundation. It's fantastic. Like I said, medium coverage. I don't like to build it up because it gets too glowy. But yeah, it's really nice. It doesn't oxidize. Pretty decent shade range. This is actually my winter shade. Now, one little tip that if you do have this or you end up purchasing it, you need to shake the crap out of it before you actually do it. Like, I've just been talking for the last few minutes and it already separated on me. It is a little bit old, but I've found that since the beginning it always is better when I shake it up and then I get a better coverage for it. But for high-end makeup, this is probably one of the best foundations I've tried for my dry skin. But yeah, so definitely check it out if you want something higher end and you want to feel fancy every morning when you put your foundation on. Okay, so that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing what my top 5 foundations are for dry skin. If you have any recommendations for foundations for dry skin, please leave them down below in the comments. If you've not gone to watch Sam's video yet for her oily skin recommendations, I will put a little link right here, so please go check her out. She's absolutely amazing. I absolutely adore that woman. She is so inspiring with the amount of work she puts into her channel, and I'm just so happy that she moved here from Newfoundland into Toronto because now we get to be friends, and she's just so lovely. So yeah, make sure to check out her video as well. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked hearing about my dry skin recommendations, and feel free to connect with me on social media. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat will all be linked down below. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of the day, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!